course, everybody watching is going to want to hear some stuff about the Conor Khabib fight. So I got to ask about that. I mean, that's the fight of the moment. It seems like, I mean, there's a lot of other great fights scheduled right now, but that just seems to overshadow everything.
I mean, it's good chance it's the biggest fight in UFC history, MMA history. Man, obviously, what's so funny is people who have been in the business for a while and have been kind of around the fight and been around both fighters are almost like, you don't want to jinx it. You don't want to talk about it too much, but everybody's going to anyway. What I think is so interesting is I think not enough people are talking about the pacing of this fight, meaning everyone talks about the striker versus grapple aspect and how strong and fast Conor is with the strikes, and Khabib's takedown and his ground pound and everything. Conor's a fast and Khabib generally takes a while to get rolling. I mean, when he takes damage, it tends to be early on in fights, and that's when Conor's at his most dangerous. Floyd Mayweather, as outstanding of a boxer as he was cautious with Conor for the first 3 rounds. He respected the fact that he could hurt him early. And that's one of those things where not enough people talk about. These guys tend to get their games rolling at different times in the fight. So whoever's able to maybe change that around. Can Conor be a little more patient? Can Khabib start a little faster? Who makes the adjustments? Not just what are they good at now, but the adjustments. And also the second factor that I think should, a lot of people should be talking about is Conor hasn't been active. I mean, he's had a long time off, and one of the things that's hard to kind of replicate when you have had a long time off, timing. Your timing tends to go. You're not, and he's a timing guy. He's a guy who's very, very accurate. He's good at catching guys right when they're vulnerable. Timing requires repetition. It requires doing something over and over and over again. And whenever you have a timing guy and they have to take a lot of time off, that really suffers. All the physical attributes you can get back, generally speaking. Your timing can take a while to work. And like I said about the pacing, Conor needs to have that timing, I think, very, very established very, very quickly in the fight. And we'll see if he can do that with so much time off.
Yeah, it's interesting, the clash of styles. I mean, Conor is sort of this slick, kind of Bruce Lee type of fighter. And then Habib's just a nightmare. Like, I don't want to fight anybody, but if I had to fight one of them, I'd pick Conor because it'd be over quickly. I mean, for me, it'd be over quickly, but...
The worst is the worst thing as an athlete, as a fighter, is wanting to quit. Oh, someone could knock you out, and you're like, oh man, you don't even know what happened. It sucks and it's unfortunate, but you didn't have a choice. Khabib, you look in the eye of fighters when they fight Khabib, and toward the end of that fight, and they don't want to be there anymore. They're just, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. That's what's so devastating about Khabib's style. When you talk to his teammates, I mean, his coaches talk about he doesn't lose a round in sparring. I mean, that he's never been tapped out in training, which is ludicrous. If it's true, I mean, take it all with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, you get tapped out in training all the time because you're trying new stuff and you're rolling with new guys and you don't see something coming. And I've heard stories about him mopping the floor with everybody. So, it's one of those epic kind of fights that that had to happen in order for either guy to have a legitimate stamp on their careers. I think it had to happen.